I want to segue here into something that I would like to show you because I don't think that people have done this with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there was a time that you did some of this. You've had a conversation with Ron Artest about this, and you've done some of this with Matt Barnes. And so you help me where I'm hitting sensitive areas that you don't want necessarily hit, because when I saw you do this with Matt somewhat, you looked like you were uncomfortable, sort of recreating the video that I'm about to show you now from the Malice at the Palace, where you can take us through here the play-by-play. Some context I should give the people here before we start on details I don't think they know here. And first of all, Ben Wallace,
mm-hmm.
feared by all, respected by all,
definitely respected by me,
had just lost both of his parents.
Yes.
So he's grieving. Ron Artest is not looking for the fight here. He is not looking for an argument, and he has been told by mental health therapists to get out of situations that trigger him, and so he lays on the table here and isn't being an asshole, correct? He is trying to separate him.
Listening to what his therapist told him.
He is trying to separate himself from this situation, and then it just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. So
I knew Ben lost somebody, but I didn't know it was his parents. We knew because he almost didn't play that game.
So in the conversations that we just had about grief, you can understand how, because I want to circle back on some of the things that you were talking about. I think you said you passed out when Kobe died from your anger.
No, I didn't pass out, but I responded the same way with just throwing stuff and I left out the house and just took off walking like I just spazzed out, lost it.
Because we'll get back to that in a second. But so how things escalate, you're surrounded by paying customers, and at some point here, Ron Artest gets hit with a drink. So take me through this from your perspective, what it is that you're seeing and what it is that you're remembering here through this.
Right, at this point, pause, can we pause it?
Yeah, pause that real quick.
At this point, so right now, Ron has come on the table. His therapist told him, when something happens like that during the game, go somewhere, lay down, or, just try to put some headphones on the block out. He did exactly what they told him to do. But at this time, Ben is walking off, Ron is laying down, but it's the players on the other team that's still talking and still pushing and stuff. So during that time, I walk around, y'all a little bit ahead, but I walk around and I pull out my jersey and square up with Rip Hamilton and Leslie Hunter. Rip Hamilton is a friend of mine. This is a good friend of mine. I just told we was in a McDonald's game together. So, but it's just a rivalry at the time, so we willing to go at each other.
You did pull out the shirt.
I squared up. I squared up. If that's what y'all want to do, like we trying to break it up, y'all still talking. So let's fight. If that's what we gonna do.
You were the only one who pulled out his jersey though and squared up. Like
if this is what we about to do, right? So I seen that wasn't really what it was. They really didn't want to fight, So I'm glad because I didn't want to have that bad blood with Rip. I love Rip Hamilton. That's my real friend. And so I ended up going back to by Ron, and by that time, as I'm going back, the beer comes, and now you can play the tape. Ron goes first. I'm right behind him. But as you see, pause it. As you see, this is another reason why I should feel like I should get my money back. If I was going in the stands to just throw punches, it's 100 people that I jumped past that I could have punched. I'm up about 8-9 rows. I didn't hit nobody on my way up there. I didn't push anybody. And if going up for it, you're going to see me. I go straight to Ron to grab Ron. I don't punch nobody. I'm on my way to grab Ron. I think I grab him.
Oh, he threw it.
Go back. Go back. As soon as I get to Ron, I put my hand on him. A guy throws another beer in his face. I'm like, come on, bro. All bets off after that. You ain't finna get away with that. And that's not, I was forced to throw that punch. It wasn't I was going up there to punch people. I could have went up there. I could have punched people on the first 4 or 5 rows. I'm going up there to help my teammate because my coach is going. My coach got him.
Yeah, that's where it happens. You're the first one there.
I'm the first one there. And as you see, like, I was really going to finish. Like, I was going to go stump him out. But they grabbed my jersey and my teammates grabbed me, which I'm glad they grabbed me because I was going to hurt that dude. I'm in Port Arthur right now. I'm not in Detroit. I'm in Port Arthur, Texas at a club right now. And I'm in survival mode. As you see, everybody grab. I'm in survival mode. But why everybody grabbing me though?
Well, they know who's dangerous there.
Well, everybody's grabbing me.
Well, but because you're the most enraged, And furthermore,
My brother C came up there solely to get me out the stands. He came up there solely to get me out the stands.
you're saying you were going up as peacemaker right up until you see a drink right in his face.
Footage don't lie. That's why when they came down so hard, I'm like, bro, he was assaulted twice and y'all didn't say nothing about neither assault. So if I'm wrong and you finding me $3 million for defending my team and after it's clear that this guy threw a beer in his face, I know what this is. It's not about right or wrong.
I did think one of the things, I've said this before on our show, that was fascinating to watch is that immediately after this fight, the coverage of the media at ESPN primarily, which is what I was watching, was pro-player. It was the customers shouldn't do that. And then the following morning, all of that changed in a way that I'm like, somebody made a call here. Somebody didn't like the way that was being talked about. And then the whole story shifted because all I heard was people defending players.
Mike Tirico was on air. The fans, they're thugs. It was solely about the fans. The next morning, we getting dragged. Oh, we like, hold up, bro. We was at work. Oh, y'all not gonna talk about them throwing stuff at the bus when we leave, and y'all ain't gonna bring up none of that. Oh, we know what this is about. This is about the business of basketball. This is about black athletes with all this money should be acting like this. We trying to change the dress code and change this shit anyway. You know what? We gonna use them as an example. That was dead ass wrong, and they know they wrong. That's and that's why I'm glad that the documentary came out by no response from them or even try to fix this shit when they see how wrong the league was. That shows exactly how they stand on that side.
Have you come to grips? I know we started with some of this because it seems bittersweet. You're one of the few people your age who could be on the cover of What Up All the Smoke Is, and be with your arms crossed, still at your age, and everyone knows that it comes with a street credibility and a loyalty. The person that is there, everyone feels like they know what he's about, but they know this much about what you're about. If this is all they're using,
that's not even 10%. The lawyer part of me, yeah, you see that on me. You see that I'm a solid guy. But I'm so much more than that. And you know what, Dan? I don't care if people that don't matter to me look at it a different way. I don't. But because I don't come in contact with you. You're not in my daily life. I care about the people I'm around. I care about the people I work with. I care about the people that I'm willing to do things for and reach out to and do give back. I care about those people because that means something to me. Because I'm around you, because we cross each other every day. I want you to know that you have a loyal person around you. I want you to know that you have somebody that's going to speak up for you the same way I talk about you the same way when you're not around. I want you to know that I am consider myself the most solid guy ever. I want you to know that's where I stand. But if you're not around me, I'm not going to put in that effort to let you know how great I am. Because it doesn't matter. The people around me need to know that. And that's how I work. That's how I live my life.
Is it something that has its scars on you still? Like am I reading too much into it when I say the interview I saw with you and Matt talking about this, it seemed like you were withdrawing.
I'm still pissed.
Withdrawing into yourself.
I'm still pissed. I feel like at this moment, they need to be watching me and you talk about it and be like, bro, we giving you y'all money back.
Refund.
It's just that simple. It's dead ass. It's no way that they should have took $3 million from me for that. When I was at work. I wasn't in the club. I wasn't just being a thug. I was defending my team. The tape shows everything. Okay, if I would have jumped over the first row and start punching fans right there, yeah, kick him out the league. Dan, I was not that person at all. So they was trying to paint a total picture of me and Ron. They couldn't really do it with J.O. Because J.O. was an all-star. He's one of the best players in the league. And J.O. wasn't in trouble. J.O. wasn't that type of guy, stand-up guy. You respect him on the court, but he wasn't that type of guy. So they cleaned it up with him. They dropped his games, I think, to like 5 or something like that. But they upheld it with me and Ron for some reason. I know the reason now because the picture they wanted to paint. And what happened after that? Dress code, all that other stuff. So I knew what they was doing. We just gave him ammunition to do it quicker.